Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
To it, Clint. Let's talk about some of these trades. I think we should start with the biggest trade that happened with the biggest names anyway, and that's the Clippers and the Cavs. The Cavs trade for James Harden, and the Clippers got Darius Garland, and one of them got a second round pick. I can't remember.
The Clippers got a second. I believe it's like the Nuggets 2026 second. So it's
Probably like
not really a great pick.
60, 50, whatever. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess first off, initial thoughts, and then maybe we'll go team to team. Initial thoughts of this trade. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to post a clip on this. Let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts on this trade was. Clint, what was your thoughts?
I perplexed, I
Yeah.
guess is the way I would put it. I don't see the appeal of Harden. I know the Cavs are really kind of like win now, but before we get into it, just when I saw it bandied about yesterday, I was like, for Garland, like there's a 10-year difference here. Maybe I'm missing something.
Okay, yeah. I was perplexed too, and I don't necessarily know what the Cavs are thinking, but before maybe we talk about the Cavs, then let's talk about the Clippers then. How do you feel about it for the Clippers?
I mean, I think if you're the Clippers, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe you worry that Cleveland has some health thing that you don't have about Darius Garland. He has struggled with his big toe on both feet the last couple of years, but he is only 26. He's got a larger contract, but at least you get one more year before he's extension eligible, I believe. So, I mean, Harden, 36, he's been playing great, but if you're the Clippers, you take a shot at getting younger regardless. You're not winning it this year, even though they kind of vastly improved from their terrible start. But if you're the Clippers and this offer comes across your desk, I think it's kind of like, yes.
Yeah, I was like even good for them for getting the second out of this. You think if anybody had to add a pick to it, it might have been the Clippers to the Cavs. So yeah, I really like Garland to the Clippers. I think that it might be actually fun now watching the Clippers run a little bit more up and down the court instead of the in the mud offense that they normally play with James Harden. But like you said, 10 years younger, there's obviously toe issues for Garland, but if he can kind of figure it out, um, learn how to manage it, I think this is kind of a win for the Clippers.
Yeah. And I just think even if you're the Clippers and this is kind of where it all unravels and you don't have your picks and so on and so forth. Like if you can get Garland and get him right, whether it's the last 20 games of this season or the first half of next season, and he looks really good, you could even have rehabbed him and then move him for some picks.
Correct.
Because, if they're going to have to clean house after this, it's going to be more than a year or two rebuild. But even taking the shot that Garland rehabs a lot of his value, and then you can recoup some of the stuff that's out the door already.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that. Okay, let's look at the Cavs side of this. Give me your thoughts. Why go after James Harden?
I mean, this is the ultimate, like, we're trying to win this year, next year. And I get it. Garland's not playing. Maybe he's not going to play the rest of the year or be 100% the rest of the year. And Cleveland is kind of obviously pot committed to this season, second apron going into next year. So I guess I see it from that point aspect. Like, okay, if you're going to get James Harden, he plays, is your team theoretically better? Sure, right? It's better than Garland not playing.
Sure.
But if you're thinking of clutch playoff games or James Harden beating the Oklahoma City Thunder, if you got to the finals, I just don't see it. Harden has a track record. Donovan Mitchell kind of has a track record too in this regard. I just think it really shortens your window, and you put a lot of pressure that if it doesn't work, you might have to hit the reset button a lot quicker.
Yeah, the devil's advocate side, if you're going to give the Cavs the benefit of the doubt, is absolutely Harden plays. He's going to be on the court. Even though he doesn't show up in like the biggest moments of the playoffs, he does put up numbers at times in the playoffs. Like he'll have one game for 37, game 3, and then the next 2 he won't show up. But you would hope you can rely on Mitchell or the other guys in that moment. The thing that concerns me though too is just like Harden plays one way. Like even when he went um, into Los Angeles as a Clipper, he said he had a press conference. He's like, I am the system, and he had Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on his team. If you think that he's going to be like, yeah, I'm okay with Mitchell dribbling the air out of the ball or whatever, he's just not going to be cool with that. He is the system. So I just like the fit itself with him and Mitchell. I don't really like it that much. I think Mitchell, the best version of him is running up and down the floor and having the ball in his hands, putting up clutch points. There was some moments in the playoffs where it's just like it's him scoring 48 points. He's not going to have the ball like that when you have someone like James Harden on the team. So that's where I'm very concerned for the fit is I'm just like I don't know about that fit. I don't like it.
Yeah, and Garland is a really good off-ball shooter.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden has never really done that, never really wanted to do that. And you're right, like this is a big change for Mitchell. I think we always talked about the your turn, my turn with Garland and Mitchell, and Garland is less of that type of player. Like he can play off ball. Obviously, all these guys prefer to have the ball. Like that's how they make their money. That's how they become
Right.
top players.
Right.
But Harden is much more of a I need the ball or nothing happens. And he can create. I mean, he's a really good point guard. It probably helps out Mobley, probably helps out no, I can't think of their center
Allen?
anyhow. Yeah.
Allen. Yeah.
Jared Allen, like on these short rolls and stuff, if they keep Allen, they're not trying to cut some money. So I see that and that part works, but you're right. When it comes down to the end or trying to play with pace, this is against all of that. And I just worry you probably raised the floor of this season, but I don't think you raised the ceiling of the season.
No, right. Your ceiling is higher if Garland's healthy versus a healthy James Harden. It's just like you said, it's like the floor is higher because you're going to have hypothetically Harden plays more. So hypothetically you're going to get more out of Harden than you would an injured Garland. Now, just hit on Harden's numbers for the season. Last 8 games, he's shooting 28% from 3, 37% from the field. This season, he's shooting 34% from 3 and 41% from the field. So, yeah. So, obviously, real quick, you want to just give me, I know it's kind of, what's it called? Like, what everybody does this, a grade or a winner or loser in this trade.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think technically both teams in the short term win. I would favor the Clippers because you're getting the younger guy. You're getting the guy with the higher upside going forward. The Cavs win this trade. Obviously, if Harden comes in excited, you're probably obviously under the table have hinted that he will get the 2-year extension that he wants after this year. So I think the Cavs short term also win, but I think long term when you factor in if it doesn't work, Harden's going to age out. Mitchell's going to be up for an extension. If this doesn't go well for Mitchell, like, all right, is he going to really want to keep staying in Cleveland? So I think it brings that closer to the table. So I think the Cavs lose this because they took their window and they really shortened it.
Yeah, and I really don't think, like, as a Piston fan, I'm more excited to see Harden in the playoffs than I would be a healthy Garland. So I think, like, if I graded, I'd probably give like a B to the Clippers. Again, the younger player, you get him for possibly 3 years, right? You get for sure. So, and they were missing youth, and if Garland's healthy, the way he's able to distribute, run up and down the court, it adds a little bit of energy to your offense and your team. I would give probably the Cavs like a D plus. I don't like it for them at all. But you're right with the short term stuff. But I don't think in the playoffs or long term it's going to work out for the Cavs.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, let's go real. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.